Freed from Geek Vibes Nation. Jesse, Christophe, welcome to the nation. Thanks for being with us today to talk about this movie. How are you both?
Great. Thanks, Larry. How are you?
I'm doing well. And it's funny, Jesse, in an interview for this film, you said that you did this film because you knew it would become somebody's favorite film upon doing it. And that's what happened to me when I was at South by Southwest. I saw this film and it became my favorite film of the festival instantly. I had such a blast.
Thank you so much.
Let's just cut right to the chase. First off, day one, in the full makeup, everything, the full prosthetics, the full suit, everything. First reactions from both of you upon seeing yourself in this full suit for the first time.
What do you remember? It was the most surreal experience I've ever had.
I think I don't remember. It wasn't day one. It was when we were doing rehearsals. But I remember seeing you walk down the stairs from the
makeup the production office.
From the production office, and that was just so surreal because you were just you at this point.
Yeah.
But in this makeup and this massive costume, walking down the stairs, just having a conversation with someone in production. And it was, I've worked a lot with costumes, but that was just very surreal and just kind of bonkers. And it was such a great intro to what the next month was good.
Yeah. Also, it was so weird because we would hang out like outside of work, but we were working such long hours that we barely had any time out of the costume. And so like the four of us really knew each other much better in costume than out of costume. Like it was really like a weird mental leap where I see Christophe at the end of the day and I feel like I hadn't seen him all day rather than like a continuation of what we did all day. It was just the most surreal experience.
And you must have seen like very unique sides of each other when you're shrouded in that makeup. So to sort of go back to societal conditioning outside of it must have been.
We were feral. We became feral. But not because our characters were feral, but because the costumes and the glue all over our face and these costumes, and it turned you into a feral creature because you're just desperately trying to get some water during the day and you can't drink water because the hair goes in your face, in your mouth, and it ruins the mustache of the thing. And so it's just, we became feral, which helped with the characters who are actually feral.
And the thing that was great too is we would be feral for the day, and then we get back if they had to change locations or set up a different shot. The three of us would kind of four of us would sit down and be like, "Are you okay? How are you doing?" And like, everything good? Like, and I just check in all the time.
I'm just imagining your voices in the costumes.
Very casually, just kind of exhausted. Yeah.
Amazing. And another element of this is the grunts, obviously. And, you guys are quick to make jokes about how an actor's dream is to have a script with no lines. But I imagine that it is liberating, but also challenging. And it's kind of like a scale you're weighing. And I was wondering if both of you could talk about sort of the pros and cons and balancing both of those with the grunting element specifically.
I loved that element of it, and I thought it brought in even more of the collaborative effort that this film was about. David and Nathan, and I mean all of us, Riley and Jesse, we all loved the script and wanted to bring it to life the best we could, and then there were all these things that we were kind of exploring and finding, and the grunts were a huge part of that because it's really maybe the only kind of language that's involved and the only way that they really communicate besides posturing and body language.
Yeah, we actually had like a guy who came in who was like an old movement coach of mine, and he's a mime, but he also does vocal work. And so he came in and we created like kind of a dictionary of what the grunts would be. Like when we're calling out to see if there are other Sasquatches, it was like a whoop, like it was this kind of thing. But then there were grunts that were angry. There were also grunts that were kind of like carnally infused. There were grunts of hunger. And, you realize pretty quickly, like, these Sasquatches, although they're complicated characters and complex creatures, they also have kind of a pretty set routine of, like, 7 things that they do during the day. And so it was not a big vocabulary.
It's funny to know that the same guy who got us Resistance is the same guy who...
Oh, wow. Oh, you do a deep dive. Oh, wow, Larry,
I saw the film. So,
oh, wow, you're good.
I mean,
wow.
I it's hard to put 2 and 2 together, but...
I know. He studied under Marcel Marceau, actually, and now he's doing grunt work in Redwoods.
Lauren's amazing.
Yeah.
This film's going to blow people's minds. I can't wait for everybody to see it and to have all the different reactions to it. Congratulations and best of luck to you both on the...
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Larry.
Thank you so much.